If you've come to North Idaho, it's likely because you enjoy getting outdoors, having new experiences, and making memories with your loved ones. Join us as we explore the top 10 things to do outside in North Idaho. East of Upper Priest Lake in the Conixu National Forest is the Lionhead Natural Rock Waterslide. Travel north of Priest River on Highway 57, turn right on Dickensheet Road, which follows around the east side of Priest Lake. You'll pass Lionhead Campground. Turn right on Lion Creek Road after you cross Lion Creek, and follow 4.9 miles up the hill until you reach a makeshift parking area with concrete barriers. The road is rough and not suitable for cars or minivans. It's a 1.5 mile hike uphill from here, across creeks and through the forest to reach the rock water slide. Bring a black plastic garbage bag to slide on, as it is the perfect way to keep you moving and not destroy your clothes. The water is cold, but the ride is exhilarating. There are ropes across the creek below the landing pool, just in case you go too far. It's always a good idea to bring a first aid kit, extra shoes and socks to be on the safe side. You can also explore above the slide to find majestic waterfalls and cascades. This is a visit you will never forget. To reach Grouse Creek Falls, travel north on US 95 through Sandpoint to Colburn. Take a right at Colburn Culver Road for 4.9 miles. Turn left on Grouse Creek Cutoff Road for 6.4 miles before taking a right into the parking lot at Grouse Creek. The hike is about another half mile upstream, but keep next to the river. The narrow gorge lets little sunlight in, and you will find moss and lichens along the way. The main pool is gravel-bottomed, and the currents swirl about you. With cool mountain water, only strong swimmers should venture into deeper water or climb into the subsequent pools, and no one should venture here during spring runoff. The kids love sliding from pool to pool, exploring the rocks and water-formed caverns while looking for crayfish and trout. Bring towels, socks, and dry footwear for the hike back. Take lots of pictures to share. To reach the fossil digs, go south on Highway 3 through St. Mary's and further for another 32.2 miles and take the driveway on the right to the steel buildings where you'll get your orientation and look at their fossil collection. You will then be guided along the motocross track to the dig site. I suggest you bring your own pick, shovel, black plastic bags, water, sunshade, and butter knives. The butter knives are essential to split the material and show the fossils. This is one of the only sites in the world that retains the fossilized source material, rather than avoid being deposited with another media. The leaves actually show their color briefly, until being exposed to oxygen for too long. You can preserve the fossil in plastic bags with wet towels and allow them to dry slowly. Otherwise, they crumble into dust. You may find a lifelong keepsake here.
Some leaves. Look at that leaf. That's a live leaf. It'll change colors. There we go. There's a leaf. Let's see what else is in there. This one's really... Alright. Came out just right. Wow, that's my favorite one.
Did you know that star garnets are only found in 2 places in the world? In India and at Emerald Creek, Idaho. To get to Emerald Creek, travel south of St. Mary's, Idaho on Highway 3 for 24.8 miles. Turn left down the Emerald Creek Road and drive another 7.4 miles to the parking lot. To get to the dig area, it's another 7/10 of a mile up a gated roadway. Be prepared with work clothes, water, snacks, and a favorite shovel or pick. If it's wet out, be prepared for a slick, muddy, fun time. Be sure to sign up early on Recreation.gov, as there are limited availability each day and the site frequently is booked months in advance.
Oh.
You're finding this.
Nice. That's a good one. Yeah?
Look at this.
Whoa.
Not many things can beat floating a clear, cool river on a hot summer day. While the Coeur d'Alene River is renowned for excellent fishing, nearby hiking, hunting, and camping opportunities, tube floating the river is a pastime of all ages for locals and visitors alike. There are numerous places to put in and take out, with frequent staging areas along the Coeur d'Alene River Road. There are also numerous cabins for rent and small restaurants like Pritchard Tavern to get a bite to eat after your float. Be sure to keep the area clean of litter and plan ahead for bathroom breaks, as public bathrooms are sparse. Like Emerald Creek Garnet site, you will need to visit Recreation.gov to schedule a stay in a fire lookout well in advance. We are fortunate that we have dozens of repurposed fire lookouts in the area you can choose from. Lookouts like Lunch Peak are not significantly elevated if you're concerned with heights. Others like Deer Ridge Lookout are 40 feet high on a wood tower. The towers are sparsely equipped with a twin mattress or 2 and possibly benches. There's no heat or water. Cooking is not allowed in the towers, and they have pit toilets in the vicinity. What you are treated with is fantastic views and an overnight experience that can't be matched anywhere. As towers age and are decommissioned, this is an experience your grandchildren may not be afforded.
Oh yeah. I don't think the camera does it justice.
We are truly fortunate with the efforts of public land managers, landowners, and recreation interest groups who have made possible the multitude of bicycling opportunities we have in North Idaho. For those inclined towards hard mountain biking challenges, we have Canfield Recreation Area east of Coeur d'Alene, to easy, flat, paved rails-to-trails paths that cross the county from multiple directions. We have the historic Route of the Hiawatha on the Montana-Idaho border, and a small bike park in the center of Pinehurst, Idaho. Indeed, Idaho is a bicyclist paradise. Check in with any of the bike shops in Coeur d'Alene for recommendations and current conditions. You will not be disappointed.
Back over on the east side of the lake.
Are you all muddy?
She's still smiling.
That's how you wear your... Haven't tried turning on your light. Push the button again so it goes. Yeah. Is your light on? Alright. Here we go again. Yeah, you gotta be careful. There's lots of
Did you know the cedars of North America aren't related to the cedars of Cyprus and Lebanon? It's from a totally different family. This and other information you will learn by taking a hike in one of our many ancient cedar groves in Idaho. Though the academics are interesting, it's viewing these giants in person that will instill you with awe. The quiet pathways and intoxicating aroma of cedar, earth, moss, and running water makes for a visceral experience. I haven't met a person yet that didn't love a Cedar Grove hike. If you can, try the hike in the winter on snowshoes for a real adventure and breathtaking scenery.
These are probably like thousands years old.
The old saying is, if it isn't grown, it has to be mined. We are the beneficiaries of some of the hardest work that can be undertaken by man. Early miners came to Idaho's Silver Valley looking for gold, but silver, zinc, and lead were the mainstay products mined here. Over 1 billion ounces of silver, 3 million tons of zinc, and 8 million tons of lead were mined out of the valley. This interactive tour of the Sierra Silver Mine is a fun way to learn and appreciate the efforts of historic and present-day miners. They aren't kidding when they say to bring a jacket. Year-round, it's 50 degrees in the mine. Taking the tour also gives you an excuse to explore the city of Wallace. If you're a Dante's Peak fan, or just have questions about the red solo cup rule, Wallace has reinvented itself from the harsh mining town with bordellos to tourism, culinary arts, and live bands. Be sure to plan for more than just taking the tour. There's something magical about the hot springs in Idaho. They seem to have the perfect pH for sensitive skin. The hot springs here don't have the stinky sulfur content you might find elsewhere. These are part of the Yellowstone caldera, in spite of being more than 240 miles from the park. Red River Hot Springs has been in service since 1898, and at 5,000 feet is far enough into the forest to not gain the crowds and overdevelopment other places have. It's the kind of place the owner fires up the grill for lunch, and you're welcome to order whatever he's making. There are lodge rooms, cabins, and yurts for rent with cowboy accommodations, gas lamps and stove included. You may have to cook some of your own meals as the kitchen isn't always open. It's perfect. Horse Creek Hot Springs is a remote, undeveloped spring between the Frank Church Wilderness and the Salmon National Forest. Amenities are a vault toilet and a campground, with no services. Again, perfect. If you get a chance to, don't pass them up.
Oh, thank you. Make sure you pay attention to that divot.
Foraging in the forest is a treat, especially for those that have never done it before. There are many factors that can affect when something will be ready for harvest, including rain, heat, elevation, insects, and the amount of snowfall that occurred last winter. Generally, huckleberries can be harvested from July through September, depending on conditions and altitude. Morel mushrooms generally in May, and raspberries are quite variable. Always know what you are picking, or take someone who does. We have many mushrooms and berries that are not safe for human consumption. The payoff for your work is evident in the fun you're having, and the sweet treats made at home afterward.
We hit the jackpot.
Holy cow.